All right, I just got back and I want to talk about this movie, both negatively and positively. Now, as you already saw the poster, I did not like this movie. My dad liked it, Dora liked it, but I didn't like it. So while I was watching the movie, I actually note down some of the negative things about the movie and the positive things I liked about the movie. So I want to start with the negatives. I actually had them on the computer right now. So I'm going to start with the negative ones first before moving into the positive ones. If I try starting with the positive results of the movie, I might end up screwing it up with this frustration that I'm going through about the movie, by the way. The things that we didn't get in the books. So I want to start with the negatives. Now, the first part that I hate, the first negative part that I didn't like about the movie is this new island. Okay, let's be real. This is the one thing that I hate about this new island. It's called something like Isla Biao. I don't even know what the fuck they were called. But it's not Isla Sorna. That's all it is. It's not the second island. It's not Isla Sorna. It's not Site B. They went out of the way to make another island with a fucking difficult pronunciation of the name. Took me time to catch it before it goes to the next image of the scenes of the movie. But bottom line, this island makes no sense. This third whatever that it says, it came out in 17 years ago or whatever. I don't even know what time period that thing come from. But the bottom line is that I didn't like it. And the reason why I did not like it is because it felt like to me that they're trying to retcon Michael Crichton's second novel of The Lost World. And of course, it's trying to retcon The Lost World Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3. So this brings me a question in my thought. So if everybody back in the 90s when the first Jurassic Park book came out, people pressured him, including Steven Spielberg and Universal, for him to write a sequel to Jurassic Park, which he did, and he titled it The Lost World. But then all of a sudden, the movie was changed. It's drastically different, but even though it's completely different from the book, I actually liked it nonetheless. Then, as time flies, and after seeing this movie, a thought occurs to me, and basically it's the one thing that I'm pretty sure some of you are going to be thinking about it, but try not to think about it too much. A thought of me just straight up occurs to me. It says, if they're trying to retcon Michael Crichton's second island or the second book or whatever, so basically they're trying to retcon Isla Sorna, and this new island is somewhere around like 228 or 7 miles from Costa Rica. I don't even fucking know. So you're telling me that this movie is trying to retcon The Lost World Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3, meaning that this whole event of the Lost World San Diego incident never happened. And the Pteranodons at the end of Jurassic Park 3 never happened. So basically, they're fucking up with the franchise of retconning. That's not how retcons work. Michael Crichton just straight up retconned it in the first novel that, no, Isla Nublar was never the place where it all started. It's actually on another island, on a 5 islands on the chain, which is called the 5 Deaths, also known in a Spanish language, Las Cinco Muertes. And of course, Crichton has created this for a good reason. And Isla Sorna, or Site B is most commonly known, was actually the manufacturing plant of the dinosaurs. It's where the dark side of Jurassic Park began, where John Hammond and Dr. Wu began messing around with genetic technology of what they're getting. And of course, it also involves with having troubles of keeping the newborn animals alive, but they also were having trouble of what to feed them. So you're telling me this third island that just somehow appears in this movie, I don't have words for this. Okay, all I'm saying is that they should not try retconning it. They could have just gone to the second island. That's what I wanted to see in that movie, Isla Sorna. We want to know what's going on over there. The second issue that I have is that this movie has no themes. Let's be real. There's no themes of this. There's no clear message of that movie, okay? It's just same old nonsense. It's like The Minion, except it's even worse. Now, the third thing that I didn't like, that I was bummed down about this, is that there is no DX from the second novel of the Lost World Jurassic Park. Now, I don't understand why they can't go with the themes of extinction. That's my main issue. I don't understand why they can't go with that theme. The theme of the dinosaurs becoming extinct once again. That's the problem. And I know that some of you might be thinking, we don't want the dinosaurs to die. But whether you like it or not, they're gonna become extinct anyway by a plague of a disease that has been infecting the animals, changing their behaviors, and this declines their numbers rapidly because of the mature individuals are dying out. And of course, this also brings extinction to the dinosaurs. And it's very a shame. I just don't understand why they can't go with this theme. The theme of extinction. The themes of evolution, the themes of parenting, which of course is something that was never expanded in any of the Jurassic World universes. Or movies. I'm sorry, it's movies. In Michael Crichton's second novel, the velociraptors were never raised by any of a social clans of their own species. Let's be real. And the message of the themes of parenting is very important for not just for some of the audience, but for the parents as well, because the raptors on the second island were cannibals. They turn on each other. They're fighting amongst themselves. They don't show any respect among them, and at some point they would end up killing each other, just because they are either annoyed or for any other reason. And that's the message of parenting. If you don't have both parents to teach you what's right and wrong and how to live your life, you're going to become a terrible person. And this same goes for an animal too. If an animal is not functionally raised by both parents to teach them what's right and wrong and how to live their normal lives in the wild, they're going to become nothing more but monsters. And that's the bummest down about this movie. You know what? Let me close the door. Anyway, I'm back. Sorry I had to lock the door. But anyway, back to the results. So, there's no DX. That's the biggest disappointment that I have in the movie. Second one, the next one that I didn't like is the Spinosaurus design. It is as horrendous. The head design is so fucking horrifying. It's so fucking ridiculous. I wish they went with the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3, because that was a much more better design than what we got in the movie, to be honest. The other thing that I didn't like is the stupid scenes. Okay, spoiler alert for those of you that didn't know. There's a scene where this guy decides to take a piss on the river. In the background, two raptors were about to jump on him. You know, then all out of nowhere, a Mutodon just glides in or flies out of nowhere, KOs a velociraptor, and flies off, and then the guy would sort of resume taking a piss. That is like the stupidest thing that I ever seen by far. It did not fucking impress me at all. I'm like, that's so fucking stupid. Who thought it was and I'm just, in the back of the corner of my head, I'm like, who thought it was a good idea to make a fucking joke about some guy decides to take a piss in a river, and then for some reason, two dinosaurs decide to try to jump on this guy, and then all out of nowhere, a flying mutant dinosaur kills one of them. The guy was still, kind of shocked that whatever is happening, doesn't even bother turning around and see what's going on. And then after the creature flies away with its food, he then sort of resumes, emptying the tank. Like that's so corny, to be honest. I find it kind of stupid. Another thing that I didn't like is the compy design. It's so terrible. The blue and reddish, whatever, I can't remember the color. I think it was orange. Yeah, terrible. The other thing I didn't like is the mutant dinosaurs. I'm not saying they're bad. I just wish they were better. The Mutodons, they weren't so good. I mean, they were good. I just sort of wish they were like displays. Like, that's like the bummest thing about it is the Mutadons. I did not like them. They reminded me too much of, let's see, they remind me of something. They remind me of hawks, shining hawks. Here in Puerto Rico, we actually have those. They're flying around in somewhere around at 11 o'clock and 12 p.m. in the afternoon. That's what they remind me. Last but not least, the one thing, actually no, Distorted Rex, it did not fucking impress me. Let's be real. It's a terrible mutant dinosaur. I'm not saying that the mutant dinosaurs are hybridization dinosaurs. Look, the difference between a hybrid and a mutant dinosaurs are totally completely different. Okay? They're totally completely different. They're not the same thing. But I just sort of wish they sort of went with something else instead of just this. As a matter of fact, if it was the Ultimasaurus from the Chaos Effect toy line, I will be okay with the movie. Okay, if it was the Ultimasaurus, I will be 100% okay with the movie. But we didn't get that shit. All we got is this, and nothing more, and nothing less. Last but not least, the last thing that is obvious for most people that have read both novels, there is no camouflaging raptors, and there's no camouflaging carnivores. Let's be real here. Without those introduced into the movie, like camouflaging dinosaurs, I mean, I get that the Indominus Rex has this. But imagine with a regular dinosaur that has the ability to blending into its surroundings. For example, the Dilophosaur. It spits venom out of its mouth, with, of course, the frill thingy. And the compies being poisonous in both novels of Jurassic Park and The Lost World. But imagine a velociraptor, a highly intelligent predator with the ability to camouflage and to hunt its prey in any environment that is best suited for it and to ambush and kill it. Same goes for, that's literally what I wanted to see in a Jurassic Park movie. I want to see a camouflaging velociraptors or camouflaging carnivores or camouflaging ornitholestes. In both novels, we got those. But in movies, we don't. It's like as if, I get it. I understand some people might not want that to happen because it's like inaccuracy to paleontological evidence that these animals can camouflage. But it's not about what's accurate or not. It's about the fact of, scientists are messing around with genetic technology, applying this to an animal, and its behavior changes rapidly. Like if a velociraptor, a highly intelligent theropod with the ability to camouflage, imagine a velociraptor is blending into a concrete or blending into the fence or blending in any environment that is capable of infiltrating human structure. Everybody can die from that thing. Camouflaging raptors, you're done. Regular raptors, okay, you can just shoot them or try to outsmart us, but camouflaging raptors, you're done. But the one that scares me the most is the carnivores, okay, in Michael Crichton's second novel. And what I liked about them in the second novel more is because, unlike in the movie, they're pieces of shit. Let's be real, they're garbage. But if you give the carnivores camouflaging, that will make a T-Rex shit himself. In the novel, it's stated that the raptors and even the tyrannosaurs, they shit themselves at night because they basically sort of serve as the apex predators. And it makes perfect sense. Carnivores having camouflaging ability would consider an apex predator. And of course, despite the fact of even the largest theropods, they most likely will stay away from them because of this genetic alteration. But unfortunately, this movie doesn't have any. Without the warnings of tampering with genetic power, you lose that ability. You lose that. And that's the bummest down about this movie. They're not reading the books. They should have just read them and applied into the movie, and don't put anything that is ridiculous, stupid, or cliche, or horrendous, to be honest. And the movie would have come out better. Jurassic World Rebirth would have been much more better if they went with those ideas. Go back to the second island. Incorporate the themes of extinction, evolution, parenting, and disease, for example, DX disease. And of course, camouflaging raptors or camouflaging carnivores. That's what I want to see. I want to see those kind of things. Not this like redesign, repaint, or some mutant dinosaur that doesn't make sense, or a third island that doesn't make sense. See what I mean? Like this is not what we want to see. We want to see the second island, an island that is legitimately familiar to the audience. But instead we get this. Now that I got the negativity out of the way, I want to move on with the positives. The first one we got to talk about, and it's the one thing that all of us love, and it's the one thing and the only thing that I love, is the river raft sequence that is based from the first book, okay? That scene is horrifying. And I'm horrified as hell to see that look, let's be real. If you're on an island full of dinosaurs and you decide to go on a river raft on your canoe or rafting, whatever, and you see a T-Rex just sleeping like a dog with his leg up and rolling around, you can tell you would probably shit yourself and paddle the hell out of there. The second thing that I liked is the Tyrannosaur design. It looks like a T-Rex from Jurassic Park in its prime. That's what I love. I love that. I sort of wish they used that in any other Jurassic World universe. Third thing that I liked is that the movie established that InGen was bankrupt in Chapter 11. So that was from the second book. The InGen is taken by the Japanese investors. Thankfully, one of you guys mentioned this. Kind of makes me wonder what happened to InGen. Like, they went bankruptcy, that they got shut down, or they were still kicking or something. But luckily, some of you answered the question like, no, it was taken by the Japanese investors. Wonderful soundtrack. Okay, the wonderful soundtracks. I love it. Some dinosaur designs, they're okay. They're all right. It also took me to notice that there was a quote from Malcolm from the second novel. And that was, of course, where there's a part where Malcolm says, 99.9% of all species becoming extinct because of them. That's like from the second novel, okay? And last, the wonders of the dinosaurs. And that is, of course, the Titanosaurs. Okay, that's like the one thing you get. And the rest of it is like, meh, boring, cliche, same shit. And that's like the rest of it. What about the themes? Like I said, there's no themes. It's nothing, okay? The cast, they're all right. They're not bad. Scarlett Johansson, she got her wish. She's in a Jurassic Park movie. And I don't know. I don't want to watch this movie again. I'm not like the one person that decides like, oh, I'm going to watch it again, so maybe I can get more details and more negative stuff and positive. No, one watch is just enough for me. Unfortunately, I'm going to give this movie, okay, I know some of you are going to be shocked or honest or okay. Okay, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to be okay with this, but you may not like some of the opinions that I have thrown, but you would definitely understand it, okay? You may not like it nor agree with it, but you can understand. I'm giving this movie, unfortunately, a 1.2 out of 5. It wasn't really a masterpiece movie, but then again, it was trying something else, but failed to do so. So that's all my honest thoughts. And another thing that I want to point out is that, and I know some of you might disagree with this one, but I don't think there won't be an eighth Jurassic World movie because of how the movie turned out. I'm pretty sure there'll be like some negative people that did not like how the movie turned out. But yeah, that's all I can say for Jurassic World Rebirth, and these are my honest thoughts, okay? So what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the movie? Do you like it? You don't like it? I would like to hear it, so let me know. So I'll see you guys later, and I'm going to be doing some other stuff.